Welcome to the Sports Show. Mike, Max, Patrick, Royce, Lou, Nandy, and the one and only Sid Hartman. You ready?
Just take care of the show.
Okay.
Well,
Don't be
that's
a
what he's
comedian.
trying to do.
I wanted to get your attention here. Vikings, are you happy or not with the win today?
Well, they're very fortunate to win the game because a guy dropped one of Mr. Bridgewater's passes right in his hands a couple times before they went down. But got some quotes from Zimmer after the game. He wasn't exactly praising Bridgewater 100%, but if they should be able to win that game. I mean, that's the worst football team in the history of Tampa Bay, but they hadn't beat Tampa Bay since 2001.
Well, they haven't played them for a lot of
Six
years.
in a row, though.
They played a few times.
Yeah.
They had lost to them a bunch, but this is a bad Tampa team. Boy, oh boy, offensively terrible. I hope they don't really think Mike Glennon is their future as a quarterback. That's hard to watch.
But you had to be happy with Bridgewater. He played well. He played very well. I don't know
Played
why.
well?
Yeah, you didn't think he played well?
I think he played much better than he's played previously. And the offensive line, there's only one sack because you got to consider who they're playing. We'll find out more about them next week when they play Washington. Washington's not great, but they're much better than Tampa.
Yeah, but if the offensive line gives him time, he'll play well. And if they don't give him time, he's not going to play well like anybody else.
Okay.
Boy, are they conservative with him at the start, though? They don't let him try to do anything. The first half was a complete joke. I think he'd completed 15 passes, or 9 passes for 45 yards or something. I mean,
They've had a couple of just unwatchable halves this year.
Oh, the first half was unbelievable, wasn't it?
For the NFL, I mean, the NFL's rules are so set up that you almost can't help but have excitement, and they have.
I'd rather see Jock Lemire's New Jersey Devils running the trap against the Red Wings in that first half.
That would have been something if it was 0-0. I can't remember a football game in the NFL 0-0 at the half.
I was hoping the Vikings won the game 3-0 because, you know, there is a game in their history when they won 3-0
right?
against the Packers way back when.
They won't let them throw any long passes.
No, they throw deep once in a while.
Huh?
They throw deep once in a while.
Once in a great while.
That's a Norv Turner trademark.
They are limiting what he does.
Well,
okay?
obviously you're going to limit what he does.
Yeah.
So are you happy with his progress or not?
I don't think he's Joe Montana.
Did you see that statistic, though? His statistics were much better than Fran Tarkenton's in Tarkenton's first few games as a rookie.
Are you kidding?
They showed the statistics today.
Fran Tarkenton went in and beat the Bears.
Yeah.
They showed his statistics though, as a starter.
Those were starts. They didn't.
Yeah, they didn't count that Chicago
he came
game.
in for the third series against the Bears, his first game ever, and beat him 32-7 or whatever.
The statistics Mr. Spielman gave them were based on starts.
Yeah.
They didn't have quarterback ratings and all that stuff. And Fran Tarkenton had a bunch of cast-offs as an offensive line.
This isn't exactly a juggernaut
terrible.
that Bridgewater is surrounded with without Adrian Peterson.
The fact that he went down and got the field goal and tied the game was that was good.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, because the ball game's lost there. If they're going to lose another one. But then again, remember all the whining we did about what was it 3 years ago when we beat Washington and didn't get Robert Griffin or something?
Right.
Are we going to whine because?
Well, I was wondering.
Are we going to go back and whine when we're in the draft next year that if we'd only lost that Tampa game, we would have had a better draft choice? You know?
Louis, when do you get to that point where you're looking at the draft instead of?
Well, there's so many football players come out every year. I don't think they even concern themselves unless there's really a superstar. They come up with good players rounds 3, 4, 5, and look at some of the guys playing in the league. They are tremendous players. They're late picks, so I don't think they're worried about that at all.
There were some people that thought Louis might have had his team tank it when he wanted Bobby Smith with the first draft.
There was
choice,
a little difference there between one and everybody else.
Why was it different?
Because
Bobby was here?
That's right. No one was close to him in ability in that draft.
Louis was so worried about winning that didn't you fire the coach and coach yourself?
No, I fired him, but Yeah, but that wasn't because I was worried about winning, but I did look at a lot of players after I came in. Put them in situations that I wanted to see them, test them for the rest of the year.
You know what it would. You know what you would have known that Louis wanted to lose if they would have had shootouts back then. He would have put Harold Sneps or somebody else. Then you would have known.
Do you remember Louis as a coach? Do you remember that when he took over as the coach?
He was a good coach.
Was he?
Yeah.
Good hockey coach. Just kind of knew the personnel. What was his
He did
flavor?
a good job drafting and all that kind of stuff. I'll tell you a little story, and he knows this is true. I was at WCCO doing a sports hero show, and all of a sudden Bob McNulty comes over looking for me.
Yeah.
And I go over to the Minneapolis club, and Wheelock Whitney's there. All the owners are there.
Wheelock owned part of the team too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they said, we're thinking of making Lou Nanny general manager.
And at the time he was a player, so this was really weird.
And what do you think? They want to know, mostly what they wanted from me, how he'd get along with the press.
Yeah.
I see he will get along with the press 100%.
And then they made the deal, huh?
Who were you replacing? Who was coaching?
And
Jack Gordon.
Gordy
General
Ritz,
Hey, I want to hear how you finally got him the job. What happened?
Gordy Ritz says, why don't you use a rumor tomorrow in your paper? We're going to release the story, but you can use a rumor in your column that Lou Nanny is going to be the next general manager of the
North Stars?
North Stars.
Wow.
Is that a true story?
See,
Well, I
thank
don't
you
know if
before
it's
I
in the
go to
paper
break.
because I didn't see it because we were on the road.
I'll tell you one thing. I don't know about if Teddy's a superstar, but Anthony Barr is.
Oh, God.
Ooh,
That was a nice play,
and
man.
McKinnon is a pretty good sneak draft choice.
Boy.
I think McKinnon's
initially
really
I
played
thought
well.
McKinnon was just a wasted draft pick, and now it looks like he just took
He
a
looks
few
good.
weeks to learn it. Take a break, come back, stay with us.
The Sports Show is brought to you in part by Canterbury Park 24/7 Card Club. Don't forget the Card Club at Canterbury Park. Cambria, makers of quality quartz surfaces. Ticket King. For the best price on tickets anywhere, try Ticket King. And Soundpoint Audiology. Life is worth hearing.
Quality. It's the result of shared values. The joy found in an honest day's work. Respect for true American craftsmanship and the need, not the want, to get things right. It's the result of remembering your roots, being forever humbled by how far you've traveled and forever hungry to push on further. Quality is a result. Quality is who we are. Cambria. Family owned, American made.
If it's cold enough for hockey, it's time for the new Blizzak WS80. Conquer the cold with Bridgestone Blizzak winter tires. And if you guess the temp at the 2015 Bridgestone NHL Winter Classic, you can win your tires. Visit conquerthecold.com for details.
Fall truck month is here. The days are getting shorter, but Ram 1500 makes the most of them. It's the first ever back-to-back Motor Trend Truck of the Year winner. With best-in-class fuel economy, 28 mpg highway, 6 miles per gallon better than Ford EcoBoost. That's 27% better. Get a great deal during Ram Truck Month.
Well-qualified current pickup truck owners get a low-mileage lease on Ram 1500 Express Crew Cab 4x4 for $249 a month.
Unwrap fresh new flavors at Subway with the new Poblano collection. Boasting a bounty of thickly carved steak stands the new Poblano Prime Rib and Bacon Melt. Behold its tender braised beef marinated in a zesty Poblano pepper glaze with a mild chili flavor. Then topped with sizzling bacon, melty cheese, and a final touch of that sensational sauce. And the feast rolls on with the new Poblano BLT Melt in all its hot and crispy glory. Experience the fresh flavors of the new Poblano collection while it's here. Subway, eat fresh.
See why more people are coming to Audi than ever before at Audi Minneapolis. Experience the legendary performance and handling of an A4 2.0 T Quattro. Lease yours for only $379 a month. Plus, Audi Minneapolis will make your first month's payment. Or try out the luxury and power of an A6. Lease for just $4.99 a month. The Summer of Audi event at Audi Minneapolis on 394 at General Mills Boulevard and at AudiMinneapolis.com.
Main Street is filled with hopes and dreams. The only thing you need is the right partner. The beacon of light that shines, that says we are in this together. That is Beacon Bank. Locally owned and community committed. They understand what you need. And they are your personal answer. Your friend in business and in life. Allow the folks at Beacon Bank to be a part of your life because they make dreams come true. Beacon Bank, it's a member of the FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Looking for a nice, big, juicy rack of ribs?
Fabulous chops, huge steaks, and the Buddy Bowl? Then J.D. Hoyt's is the place for you. Hoyt's opened in 1983, and Mike Andrews and his partner John White have kept this Minnesota tradition at the top of the food chain. Managing owner Pat Montague gives us a tour.
At J.D. Hoyt's, enjoy a relaxed atmosphere, great food, friendly service, private dining room, second-to-none happy hour, and great outdoor dining, just blocks from the new ballpark.
Located at 394 in North Washington, locally owned, nationally known, Hoyt's.
J.D. Hoyt's. Stop on by anytime downtown Minneapolis.
Look at that, Maxie. Vikings, Gophers, Twins, Wild Wolves. We're going first class
so now
here
we're
today.
going Gophers.
We got to get Hoyt's on there.
Bing,
What
Gophers.
a deal. We got to get Hoyt's on there, too, and then we'll be fine on the menu.
We'll get that. The Gophers, that was disappointing yesterday. They went to Illinois and couldn't win.
Yeah, I was very disappointed. I'm sure Jerry Killsmore is disappointed. You can't turn the ball over like they turn the ball over. And their defense, I don't think, played very well yesterday. Illinois scored 14 points in about 5 minutes. That happens. Last night, Penn State has had a hard time winning. Ohio State comes in there, and they have to go to overtime to beat them. So the league is crazy. You can't figure things out. I mean, I think the only real great team in the league is Nebraska.
Not Michigan State?
Michigan State and Nebraska. Those are two good teams. I think the rest of the teams, Ohio State showed me nothing last night. They have no passing game, and they run the ball all the time. Penn State came very close to beat them.
I think that the Gopher defense took a while to adjust to those gray uniforms. They couldn't see them.
Oh,
man.
boy.
They blend into the seats or something. By the way, did you see they only had 44,000? That's what, about a 70,000 seat
Yeah, it's a
stadium?
college town, too.
That's, you know, that's...
Well, we weren't very good in offense either. In the first half, he had 86 yards rushing or something.
86 total yards, right?
Yeah.
At halftime against a terrible defense.
And then Leitner did complete 3 good passes, but he overthrew a lot of receivers, and our passing game's got to be better than that if you're going to win any games.
Well, and you get ahead, you know, the defense just shut them down completely the second half, just like they
did. One touchdown.
And, you know, that just...
We had a lot of
the
chances
fumble,
to win.
David Cobb's, you know, the fumble.
One fumble, but you should score 40.
Too bad he was trying so hard. If he had,
Yeah.
if he wasn't trying so hard, which he does on every play, he wouldn't have fumbled.
That's right. But Illinois should score 40 against.
What's sad is, if that guy makes that field goal that he missed,
then all they need is a field goal.
They win the game.
Because they only need a field goal, not a touchdown.
Except we don't know what would have happened if he made the field goal.
That's exactly right.
You can never just say that.
Because now the game changes completely. Illinois plays it different.
Yeah, and
they get the ball at the end. They try to score.
Yeah.
It's all different.
There was too much time after that field
You know
goal.
what would have happened?
Yeah.
Wouldn't have had a chance to fumble. They'd have had a chance to kick a field goal
They
and
might
win
have,
the game.
the other team might have come back and scored a touchdown.
When you start going back and saying
know.
if this would have happened, you don't know. Then teams they're not going to call the same plays if they're done.
Not the worst Illinois loss ever, fellas. 1957. We were 3-0 and ranked 4th in the country, and went down there and thought we were going to kill them, and they kicked our butts, and we ended up 4-5.
And I'll give you another one. Jim
I
Wacker,
cried. I was 11 years old. I wept.
Jim Wackers, I'm up in the press box, Illinois, and he's finally going to get that elusive first Big Ten win.
Big Ten win.
They're up 2 touchdowns. So I leave the press box, and you know, you walk like By the time I got down to the field, Illinois was going in for the second to win the game.
Well, what's hard to figure out is Purdue took the first half completely.
Purdue or Illinois?
Defense didn't do anything to stop them. They couldn't stop Illinois either. So
they stopped them pretty good after
as good as they think it is.
They stopped them pretty good after it was 14-0.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they
gave
up 2 early touchdowns, and then they played pretty good.
What's realistic to expect from this team? I mean, you're looking at 8 wins here. What would, to you, what would signify a real good season?
Gophers?
Yeah.
Well, they should beat Iowa at home. Iowa plays at Northwestern this week. They got the time off. He's given the kids, he's only practicing Wednesday and Thursday, and then they're not practicing again until Sunday. He thinks they're mentally tired from all the stuff.
What'd they do back before they get 2 bye weeks before the Big Ten Network?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. Why do they play August 30th? Why don't they wait a week?
I think they can. Well, let me finish.
Yeah.
I think they can beat Iowa. I don't think they got any chance of beating Nebraska. I think they got an outside chance to play Wisconsin tough.
And Ohio State?
And Ohio State. And if Ohio State plays like they played last night, they got a chance.
That's 10-2, Sid. That's a pretty good year.
Yeah, that'd be a great way to finish, I guess. Yeah.
I think Wisconsin makes me a little nervous after they put up 52 on Maryland.
Yeah, it was a different team all of a sudden. Now, Maryland, Rutgers, I don't know. But, you know, it's funny because, like the Big Ten Network, Louis, you were featured on there the other night, by the way. I saw an interview with you on there during the broadcast of the Gopher hockey game. They had you on live, right?
Right.
Yeah, but they used to say about, you know, the Big Ten was never going to let there be a football game the week of Thanksgiving, because they want their kids to go home. And the Big Ten Network came and they said, hey, man, we can get 1 more week of programming here. What has the windfall been there? You're in the inner sanctum of the financials of the Big Ten.
They're very happy with the way the network's going. They're happy with the people that they got subscribing, and now adding Maryland and Rutgers, they added a whole host of other people on the East Coast. So it's been very successful for all the Big Ten teams. They're making a lot of money from it.
Yeah, it's an incredible windfall.
And they will have 2 more teams in.
Do you think so?
I don't know who they'll be eventually.
Man, I tell you, just adding Rutgers and Maryland, I'm kind of lost in the Big Ten.
Well, the ACC was where you thought they were going to go poaching, but the ACC set it up so that it's going to be really hard to leave, because it's what? You got to give your TV money for 10 years or whatever TV money you go get from somebody else, you got to give to the ACC. So I don't know if that's going to happen.
Take a break, come back, stay with us.
Ever wonder, why do I hear but not understand? Scientists at Cambridge University discovered the answer. Inside your cochlea, there are thousands of tiny hearing hair cells. Poor hearing occurs when regions of these hair cells die. Amplifying a dead region with hearing aids makes you hear worse, not better. The result of this study is a hearing clarity breakthrough. Using standard test equipment, dead regions of your cochlea are identified. Then, a new type of frequency-shaping hearing aid is programmed to bypass the dead regions. Only your usable hearing hair cells receive amplification. Brilliant. A local study is underway. 100 citizens with hearing problems are needed to receive this testing and then wear the tiny device for 10 days, recording your results. Call now to see if you qualify. Volunteers may keep the product at a special discount if they desire. Don't miss this opportunity. Call now.
In a world full of compromise, the Audi A3 takes a different path. Get uncompromised design, the style and presence of Audi in a lighter, smaller form, uncompromised performance, a lightning-quick turbocharged engine, and race-bred S-tronic transmission. Uncompromised luxury with standard leather seating and panoramic sunroof. Lease your A3 for only $299 a month. Plus, during the Summer of Audi event, Audi Minneapolis will make your first payment. Stay uncompromised. Audi Minneapolis.
Audi Minneapolis, stop on by, see Charlie and the gang right off of 394 and General Mills Boulevard. Drive the Q7 and tell me what you think of it, because I drive one and I love it. Perfect for all seasons. Welcome back to the Sports Show. Joe Madden, do you like him as a candidate to be the next Twins manager?
Who?
Joe Madden.
Joe Madden He's either going to be manager of the Cubs or general manager of the Dodgers. Joe Madden...
Is this just what you read on the internet now, or is this something somebody told you?
No. Joe Madden left there because Andrew Friedman, who ran the Tampa Bay team, went to work for the Dodgers. Joe Madden wouldn't have left there if he already didn't have a job. There's a better chance of you managing the Twins than Joe Madden managing the Twins.
I would agree with you.
The only thing with the general manager theory, and he could be like when McHale hired Flip, you know, just waiting for the first 20 games to replace Mattingly, but you're not going to play he wants $4 million, and you're not. That's what Socha's making, or Socha's making 5, and Girardi's making 4. Those are the 2 highest. And you don't pay a general manager $4 million, so I think you'll end up with the Cubs.
Except Dodgers do pay a lot of money for everything when they got $2.1 billion.
Well, that would be pretty obvious.
If they know they're doing it, it's obvious.
That would be pretty obvious if you said we're paying our general manager $4 million. Go get him Mattingly.
But the only thing is, general manager contracts they don't have to.
Yeah, they don't
have to report. It's not like the player contracts.
Put it this way: he might wind up with the Cubs, but like Friedman and he were very close. And I think he's going to wind up with Friedman. Mattingly will manage the Dodgers this year, and Joe Madden will be manager of the Dodgers next year.
He's 61 now. I don't think he wants to sit out a year. I don't think he wants to sit out a year.
I'm just trying to figure this. Where would he want to? He obviously wants to go somewhere that he can win right away and get paid well, right?
Especially B.
Yeah.
That was the big hang-up down there, and he pretty much admits it. He's a character, though.
Oh, yeah.
He was, you know what he was doing? Once the day he told him he was leaving, he got in his, he got a big Winnebago.
RV, yeah.
Driving to California. He was, you know, he was talking to reporters. He calls it the Cousin Eddie out of the vacation movies.
Yeah, that's Cousin Eddie.
He's a beauty. He'd be fun, but...
Joe Madden did a good job as manager. But they have some people in their personnel department. They've done a fantastic job of drafting players. And look at the players they have lost who they wouldn't pay and gone to other clubs, and they still were winning.
Manager must be doing a good job then.
My question is, though, Lou, you take this, so Joe Madden's had the success with Tampa and this small ball and all, you know, small market ball. A lot of guys have gone to the Cubs and died. You know, Lou Piniella, they've tried everybody. His formula doesn't necessarily work everywhere, does it?
Well, he needs players, so he's going to need players, but he wants money. So the first thing he's going to be interested in is making the money he's going to make. Like
plus they have more young.
61.
They have more young position players coming up than anybody.
You know, the Cubs now.
And they're going to spend some money on pitching, so they might they might trade for Cole Hamels this winter, and there's
Tampa will?
No,
Chicago.
The Cubs. The Cubs are going to bring in some pitching, and they got all these young kids, so that's a good spot to go and win.
Is there any chance that Tampa would look at Gartner?
I don't think so. I think they'll probably go young.
I suppose.
They got a young front office, and Dave Martinez is a bench coach for Madden, somebody like that.
Yeah, I suppose. It just seemed like Gardner might be an okay fit there.
Pardon me?
I said Gardner I thought would be an okay fit in Tampa, you know.
Gardner, I think he's got a chance to be down there. But they probably got somebody in the system.
That's just what Patrick said.
Yeah.
The new thing in the minors, it's a lot like the NFL, though. The new thing in baseball now is you don't go out and spend millions for somebody. You get some bench coach somewhere, and you pay him less money, and you say, boy, we did an interview process, and this was the best guy.
Absolutely.
Like you do in the NFL now.
Yep, that's the new thing. For whatever reason, take a break, come back.
If you guys could go on a free shopping spree anywhere, where would you go? I'd go to the grocery store. Pizza, ice cream. I'd go shop for clothes. You know where I go? I go to Ticket King. Ticket King! At Ticket King, you can buy great seats for the Vikings, Christian Ponder, the Wild, Zach Parisi, the Timberwolves, and of course the Twins. We love the Twins. Yep, this is where I go. Vikings, Twins, Wild. details, go to ticketkingonline.com. Any ticket, anytime, anywhere. It's the real thing. It's Ticket King. Right, Dad?
Couldn't have said it any better myself.
That's for sure.
Main Street is filled with hopes and dreams. The only thing you need is the right partner. The beacon of light that shines that says we are in this together. That is Beacon Bank. Locally owned and community committed. They understand what you need. And they are your personal answer. Your friend in business and in life. Allow the folks at Beacon Bank to be a part of your life because they make dreams come true. Beacon Bank, it's a member of the FDIC and an equal housing lender. Beacon Bank, responsible, reliable, reassuring. And Bob Weiss out in North Dakota hunting ducks right now. Give me a call, Bob. Maybe we can hook up this week when we're out there. Great partner in business and in life.
Boy, those big northern greenheads aren't going to come down if this weather doesn't change. So they're still in Saskatchewan.
And you got to commit to your vacation time.
Yeah,
you think they're going to be down, right? 2 months ago, so you take your chances.
Man.
Sid, usually I'd like to go to you first, but on this one I'll go to Louis. The Wild, these last couple nights they've been pretty good, 7-2, and I don't know how you felt. I thought they looked pretty good.
Well, they've been good every night, not just the last couple of nights. They should have won in Los Angeles. They thoroughly outplayed Los Angeles. They outplayed Anaheim. They could have won that game. They've been sensational. The way they've played thus far, nobody in the league's played better. They are a team, we said earlier, could win the Stanley Cup or miss the playoffs in this conference. But right now they're playing as good as anybody in the league. They look terrific. They got great speed. I don't know if any team's faster than them. They're getting fabulous goaltending. Kemper's been unbelievable. Their defense is playing great. Balance up front. They got a lot going for them.
I got to ask you, in that league, like Brodziak's not even playing now. But you can't trade a guy and pay half his salary or something, right?
Well,
not like baseball can.
No,
I can trade
I
somebody.
think now this past year, I think they allowed you to pay some, but he's not making that much. You have to worry about the salary. You still have to carry it on the cap. It just, you got to keep depth to yourself. And
Isn't he making a couple? I thought he was making 3 years.
Yeah, but that's chump change for.
God, Charlie Coyle's only getting 3 with his new deal.
Yeah,
so.
Well, that's right. They got Coyle on a real good deal.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Hey,
they made a good signing there.
Well, how are you? Let me ask you this. You were worried about the goaltending. Been pretty darn good.
Were you?
Yeah,
I can't remember you being worried.
I wasn't worried. I was always saying that's a concern. We have to make sure goaltending's good. Goaltending was great last year.
You said you were worried about the goaltending.
You were worried about it.
You were worried about the goaltending. I said I hope that the goaltending is as good as it was last year.
It's a good thing they didn't let the best goaltender in the league go to Russia, though, because they wanted him to sign a two-way contract.
Yeah.
Sid has always said he thought goaltending is a big part of
it.
Yeah.
Right.
Timberwolves open on Wednesday. How do you feel about this team?
I think they're going to be a lot better than people think.
Why?
Bennett, for instance.
You think why?
Bennett.
Why do you think he'll be good?
Bennett is going to make a big difference.
Why do you think that?
I talked to Flip. He is really excited about this team.
So a new system.
Bennett can shoot. I was surprised to see that. He can shoot, but trouble is
Bennett's going to make a big difference. Pekovic is healthy and playing well. He is excited. They're better. A lot better than he thought they would be.
Too young to win road games, though, I think.
I would agree with you, especially when you get into about February. Games. Absolutely. See you back here next week, everybody.
The Sports Show is brought to you in part by Canterbury Park 24/7 Card Club. Don't forget the Card Club at Canterbury Park. Cambria, makers of quality quart surfaces. Ticket King. For the best price on tickets anywhere, try Ticket King. And Sound Point Audiology. Life is worth hearing.